Alright, hello everyone, it's Gstar321 here again, and today, as you can see, I'm playing a game called Detention. Now this game was released back in January 2017 for the PC. It's available on Steam, and I believe it's also available for the PS4. Now this game was developed by a Taiwanese game developer called Red Candle Games. This is one of the most unique games I've ever played. I played it through a week ago. A week ago I did my first playthrough of it. Now, the thing is, I've had my eye on this game for a while. It's been on my, it was on my Steam wish list for a while. Then I bought it. Then it just sat there for another good while. And just a week ago, I decided, you know what, I want to play this game, because if you look at the Steam reviews for it, it's overwhelmingly positive. And I thought, okay, there has to be a reason for this, you know, and it was described as a survival horror game, so I was really interested. Now, my take on this game is, I've done 4 playthroughs of it, alright, so this will be my 5th playthrough going through for this walkthrough. My take on this game, it's fucking outstanding. Like I said, it's one of the most unique games I have ever played. It's incredible. I don't even know where to begin in regards to talking about this game. I'll just give you the backdrop, okay? The absolute most basic story of what's going on. So this game is set in 1960s Taiwan during the period of martial law, also known as the White Terror period. I'm not going to get into the full-blown history of what happened in Taiwan. You can Google about it, read it, okay? But that's basically when this game is set. 1960s Taiwan during the period of martial law. Now, the game is a 2D side-scrolling horror game. You know, yeah, look, it's a horror game, alright? It's actually quite a short game. You can complete it within a few hours, and that's sort of one of the things I like about it, you know, it's not fully drawn out. It's a horror game, yes. Look, there's the prologue. It's divided into chapters, this game, okay? You've got the prologue chapter to start with, then chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. That's it. Chapter 4 is the last chapter. Once you complete it, the game ends. For the prologue and chapters 1 and 2, it's pure horror. It is what you'd expect from a horror game, you know, very reminiscent of all the Silent Hill games and all that sort of stuff, puzzle solving, very scary atmosphere, etc. Chapters 3 and 4, they take a different turn. I'd say it's still horror, but it's very much... See, this game is not only what I would call horror, it's an incredibly depressing game. It's really fucked up, okay? Like, when I went through this game the first time, I was just done. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, wow, this game is just it's probably getting to that too deep level. You know what I mean? But, yeah, chapters 3 and 4... I'd say it's a bit less on the horror and more so on unraveling the story. There are enemies to face in this game, however they're only present up until chapter 2. For chapters 3 and 4 there are no enemies whatsoever, okay? So chapters 3 and 4 is purely just going around, doing a bit of puzzle solving, and the story completely unraveling in full, okay? The first time I played through this game, I didn't understand it. Now, back on what I was saying about this story, okay? So it's a 2D side-scrolling horror game where you play as 2 students, Wei and Ray. Wei is a male and Ray is female. Predominantly though, you play as Ray in the game. And they're trapped, okay? Wei and Ray are trapped in their high school, located in a remote mountainous area during a typhoon alert. Now, exploring the school you find that it's haunted, and you end up discovering the school's dark history. So that is the absolute most basic premise of the game. I don't want to give anything more away. I want it to be shown in these videos. In these videos as I do the walkthrough for it. Look, the first time I played through this game, like I said, I didn't understand it too well. And I was content to put the game down. I wasn't even thinking about doing a walkthrough for it. I was just like, okay, whatever, done. But then as I went about my usual business, you know, in the back of my mind, I was still thinking about this game. I was thinking, fucking, you know what? I want to understand this game because I really enjoyed playing it. I pretty much done it in one sitting, one or two sittings. This game, like I said, it's a short game, so yeah. So I wasn't content. I wasn't satisfied after my first playthrough. When I did my second playthrough, my God, I enjoyed the game about 10 times more. Because prior to starting my second playthrough, did a bit of Googling on the story, tried to understand it a bit more, and yeah, I did understand it hell of a lot better, and so I thoroughly enjoyed it on my second playthrough. As we go through the game, I will explain things, well, I'll try to explain things so that you guys can understand, alright? Because these are things I didn't really understand in my first playthrough. Whew. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll get it started. There's also 2 endings to the game, the good and bad ending, or true and bad ending. I'll be showing you guys how to get the true ending. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. This is Detention on the PC. It's a 2D side-scrolling horror game. Let's do new game. Here we go. Sorry about this mouse cursor that keeps appearing. I'm going to have to keep putting it into the right-hand corner. See, it doesn't disappear, but that's okay. Class, the following material is important. Pay attention, this will be on the final exam. During this time period, many provincial military leaders The president then started the northern expedition, securing. Look, it's instructor by. Miss Yin, may I have a word with you? Okay, class, let's take a short break. Miss Yin, have you seen this list before? Did I fall asleep? This is strange, where is everybody? How come nobody's here? A typhoon alert? There shouldn't be any typhoons this time of year. What's going on here? And so here we go, guys. This is the start of Detention. Man, you can already sense, just looking at this and hearing this background music, looking at the, feeling the atmosphere, this is going to be an intense game. And let me tell you guys, it sure as hell is. It's a very simple game to play, just a point and click, so anyone can play this. Now let's check this out on the table. There's a note on the table. Added to journal. Where did Miss Yin go? Where did Miss Yin go? Whoever was passing this note in class was worried about Miss Yin. Miss Yin keeps calling in sick lately. That's weird. No kidding. Man, I hate those other subs they send in. So, yep, I'll put it in my notebook. There are achievements for this game. There's only 8. It's extremely simple to get them all. I'm not even going to bother talking about them, but there is an achievement pertaining to collecting all the notes in the game. If I move down, this is your inventory here. So when we get other items, they'll appear here. All we have at the moment is our notebook. So this is Wei, and this is Wei's notebook. Okay, we already have 2 notes here. Here's 1, school motto and rules. The first thing in orientation was to memorize the school motto and rules. All that be honest, be brave, be loyal, be frugal stuffs, and making sure you know it was Principal Mr. Shen who established these foundations for us. And he's got another note, the school anthem. Our school anthem, it actually has a decent melody. The lyrics, however, feel like another one of those propagandas promoting patriotism. And this is the note we just picked up off the table there. In the Prologue chapter here, this is the Prologue chapter, there are 4 notes to collect. Okay, not including the ones you already started with, so we've already got 3 more to collect. I'll point them all out. But it's not very hard. I mean, you should be able to get it very easy without even trying, okay? They're just sort of in the open areas like this. It's very hard to miss. Okay, typhoon alert. I thought the weather was quite nice during history class. Let's go this way. Examine this. It's the bulletin board. The holidays are the only thing I pay attention to. Marked on the calendar are the daily and weekly quizzes, midterm exams, final exams. Reading this is giving me a headache. Let's go out. Girls' restroom, I shouldn't be going in there. I don't have to use the restroom. Let's go this way. I like to examine all the things because the more things you examine, I find that you'll get more of the story, you know what I mean? If you just run past everything without clicking or examining anything, you'll miss a lot of stuff. Room 203, this is my classroom. How did I sleep for so long? This is our class schedule. Did I sleep through all the afternoon classes? The front gate isn't this way. Yep, so we need to go to the front gate. The door is locked. And we have another note here. A piece of paper lies on the windowsill. Sketch of the old banyan tree. An old sketch of what looks like the banyan tree in the school. There seems to be a figure underneath. Looks like a guy in military clothing, doesn't it? Now I don't think we can go up. Yeah, we've got to go downstairs. Exit the front gate. The sign for our principal's office. The principal's office is also locked. A pot for growing daffodils. Only one of them is still hanging in there. There's something in the dirt. Dig it out. An old photograph. So another note. Can't tell who's in the picture. There's a quote written on it. The roots below the earth claim no rewards for making the branches fruitful. That's pretty deep. Just like this game. So we've got to go out this way. Shoot, they closed the roll-up door. That's the only route to the front gate. We've got to figure out a way to open it. Yep, so we have to use this. I think this is the control panel for the roll-up door. Open it. And if we examine it, it's a mechanical winch. There are instructions on the cover. I think I need a hand crank. Looks like this game took a bit of inspiration from Resident Evil. Crank. They say Mr. Cow sometimes sleeps in here. It's locked. I don't think anybody's in there. Another note, public announcement. Due to our ongoing war with mainland China, Instructor Bai is asking students to rat out anyone who may be pro-communist or show signs of treachery. There are big rewards for informants. Instructor Bai, that was the guy that had a chat to Miss Yin just before when we were in class. Interesting. I've already picked up all the 4 notes for this prologue chapter. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have. Well, there you go. That's all the notes you can collect in this chapter here, the prologue chapter. This used to be a classroom. Then they changed it to half storage and bedroom for our maintenance worker, Mr. Cow. So Mr. Cow is the maintenance worker. Let's go in. Quite dark here. Turn on the light. And there's the crank. We just got it. So now all the items you collect will be located here next to your journal. Let's look at it. A hand crank used to operate a mechanical device. So we use that to go out. Diamond Sutra. Why would someone put this on the wall? I'm not familiar with Buddhist teachings. Let's have a look at that. This is one dirty raincoat. That musty smell is horrifying. Alright, so let's go ahead and, use the crank to, so it tells you drag items from inventory to interact with objects. So all you do is click it, drag it, and that's how you use items. So we got this door open, let's go through. Our school is located halfway up the mountain. It's got decent scenery with fresh air, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So let's run down here, that's all we can do for now. I think we can examine that, yeah. The auditorium is at a lower altitude compared to other... Hang on, that doesn't sound fucking right. The auditorium is at a lower altitude compared to the buildings at school. Should be compared to the other buildings at school. First time I noticed that error. Through the auditorium is the front gate and the route down the mountain. Let's go into the auditorium. The shortest route back home is through the auditorium. Enter, go. There's a girl on the stage there. A full-length mirror makes me want to double check if my shirt's tucked in. Who is she? Who's this girl? Is she sleeping? Hello? She's not responding. Maybe I should get on the stage. Before we do that, I'm going to go this way and in this door here. Some odds and ends and an old military jacket. Nothing special here. Because we have to go in here anyway. Let's examine this. An old exhaust fan, the power is off. There's a dim sound coming from the end of the vent shaft. So look, there's an item here. Something's in there, but I can't reach it. So we need that item. To get it, we go over here. There's an umbrella. There's an umbrella. There's an umbrella is in the bucket. Fucking what is... I didn't even notice these errors the first 4 times I played the game. Wow. Take the umbrella. Item received, broken umbrella. Flagpoles and class signs. This stuff is used during our school assemblies. Yep, so basically we use the umbrella to grab this item here. It's a necklace. Pendant, white jade deer pendant. A fine quality deer jade pendant. For some reason it got thrown into the vent. And I don't believe we can... Yeah, there's someone on the stage. I should take a look, so we gotta go see what's going on with this girl on the stage. So, just before I talk to her, remember, I'm Wei, this character, This here is Ray. So this is the other character of the game. Hello? Wake up, you shouldn't be here. Where am I? The auditorium, you were sleeping on the stage. Huh? School is cancelled because a typhoon is coming. Typhoon? I just came from my classroom. You're the first person I've come across. Weird, how did I... We should get going, it's getting dark in here. And the rain is starting to pour. Wait, my necklace is gone. What? Have you seen my necklace? I don't think so. Yes, I have seen it, I just picked it up. How? I must have lost it somewhere. I'm not leaving without it. Yep, so we've already got the necklace, so all we do is just talk to her again. Do you need help finding it? Would it be too much trouble? Well, we'll certainly find it faster if we look together. Thank you then. What kind of necklace are you looking for? A deer-shaped jade pendant tied to a red cord. Let's split up and search for it then. Thanks, that means a lot. Okay, so all you do is drag and drop it onto Ray. Is this the necklace? You found it. That's awesome, thank you. Where did you find it? In the storage room next to the stage. It seems like someone threw it into a vent in there. What? Why would it be in such a place? Well, forget it, you found it anyways. Let's get going before the rain gets heavy. Sure. Okay, so now we go down the stairs here and we exit to the left. Try and make our way out of the school. Wow, it's raining pretty hard already. It's too dangerous to stay here any longer, let's go. Now look at this tree here, this looks familiar. Let me open up my notes. Where is it? There, look. Sketch of the old banyan tree. Looks like the banyan tree, doesn't it? What does it say? An old sketch of what looks like the banyan tree in the school. There seems to be a figure underneath. Take note of that. This rock's been sitting here for quite some time now. People say it fell from a small temple on the mountain. It's the security office by the main gate. I guess even the guard left for home. Here is the campus exit. Let's get out of here. What? The bridge collapsed. No frickin' way. Oh god. Whoa, why is the river red? This looks like... It kind of looks like blood. Blood? Don't say that. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. What happened? Okay, let's calm down and think about it. There's got to be a reasonable explanation. Why is it red? Even muddy water shouldn't be this colour. Ah, I think I know the cause of this. There are a few factories located upstream. It's probably them dumping chemical waste into the river under cover of the typhoon. Are you sure? I've heard people talking about it. Perhaps you're right. The worst part is we don't have a way to go downhill now with the bridge gone. Tons of people cross this bridge every day. This bridge should have been better maintained. Guess we have to head back to school. It won't do us any good standing here in the middle of the rain. True. Don't worry, it's just a typhoon. The school has enough supplies for us to get through the storm. Alright. I guess I can trust you. You seem like a reliable person. Just trying to be optimistic. let's get going then. So, we have to take refuge in the school. The bridge has collapsed. Sigh, all wet and tired, what a day. Just rest up for now, we may have to spend the night here. Oh wait, I haven't officially thanked you for finding my necklace for me. I'm Feng Ray Shin, a senior from Miss Yin's class. You can call me Ray. We'll just call her Ray. Okay, it really gets confusing if you try to remember each of the characters' names by their full name, so we'll just call her Ray. Okay? How about you? What grade are you in? So you're my senior. Miss Feng, I'm Wei Chung Ting. You don't have to be formal with me, it's a bit awkward, just Ray is fine. Normally we don't go to the senior building. I heard that it's a very competitive environment where everyone works their butt off studying. It's not that awful, some of us still do what we want. I do envy you for graduating. Soon you won't have to see Guo Fong on a daily basis anymore. Guo Fong is Inspector Bai, okay? If you remember, it was the guy that first came into the classroom here and took Miss Yin out and asked her if she had seen this list before. Okay, whatever that list was, we don't know what it is for now. Yeah, Instructor Bai. I don't even dare call him by his whole name. Rumor says he was a relentless killer during the war. I wouldn't dare do that in front of him either. We're all pretty terrified of him. We avoid him any possible way we can. Ahem. Hey you, come here. Why are you hiding from me? Are you affiliated with the commies? Whoa, that was a perfect imitation, giving me goosebumps. Anyways, just hang on tight, buddy. It'll be your turn to graduate next year. Sigh, life's a struggle. Hey, I know what we can do. Let me go use that phone in the principal office, see if I can contact anybody. Then I'll grab that heater in the storage room and a couple blankets from health centre. That should be enough for us to get through the night. That's a well thought out plan. Do you need any help? I'll be fine on my own. You should rest up here, missus. The man's got it under control. Hold on there now. Don't take me as one of those spoiled, pampered girls. I'm probably more capable than most you boys. Sorry, that came out the wrong way. It's okay, you don't have to apologise. I know you were just trying to help. Okay, how about this? I'll go make the phone call, then we can find what we need together and carry them back. Alright, that sounds good. I'll wait for you right here. Just hurry back, it's getting real dark in here. Okay, so that's what we have to do. Go to the principal's office, make the phone call. However, what's going on now? His footsteps echoed softly, invoking a trace of suspense in me. Reality faded away as time stood still. I swallowed hard as the emptiness confined me. Why? What happened? It looks like he's not breathing at all. Is he dead? But how? He was fine just a moment ago. Oh my god, I just met you. Tell me this is only a bad dream. Okay, Ray, take a deep breath. There's a notebook on the stage. It's Wei's journal. So we now have Wei's notebook. Saw him looking through it earlier. perhaps there are clues to what happened. Alright guys, so that is the end of the prologue chapter. I'll leave it here, and I'll see you in the next video for chapter 1. So as you can see, the prologue chapter is quite sort of just a lot of dialogue going on. You know, that's pretty much standard for the game, but it's more so the case in the prologue chapter. For chapters 1 and 2 coming up, it's going to be a bit more lax in that regard. I mean, there's still going to be quite a bit of dialogue and stuff, but yeah, I don't think as much as that from memory. But anyway guys, I'll leave it here and see you in the next video for chapter 1.